Loudermilk never got its due while it was airing, but since being added to Netflix, there's more reason than ever that the hidden gem comedy TV show should get a season 4. Starring Ron Livingston as Sam Loudermilk, the series follows its titular character as he navigates life in Seattle as a sobriety sponsor and recovering alcoholic. Though he's an effective mentor and a decent guy deep down, Loudermilk frequently puts people off with his lightning-fast quips that only a few people in his life can keep up with. During its initial run, Loudermilk flew almost entirely under the radar, as it aired on the now-defunct AT&T Audience Network, with Season 3 later released on Prime Video. It wasn't until all 3 seasons were added to Netflix that the series began to gain traction, and calls for a Season 4 have never been louder. Catching up with the cast and characters of Loudermilk a few years after the show's initial conclusion would provide further comedic moments and allow unfinished story arcs to get satisfying resolutions. Loudermilk has found major streaming success on Netflix. Like many older shows, Loudermilk has found its home in streaming. Netflix and other major streamers have been instrumental in reviving followings or creating them for shows that didn't have the largest fanbase while they aired. A recent example of this was the explosive popularity of Suits, the legal drama that ran for 9 seasons on the USA Network. Of course, having 9 successful seasons isn't a failure by any means, but after being added to Netflix, an entirely new generation of fans were exposed to the show. It's become so successful that the Suits LA spin-off show has greenlit and is expected to make a splash. Fortunately, Loudermilk hasn't been off the air quite long enough to justify a spin-off, so the next logical step is for Season 4 to start development. Maintaining the integrity of the show will be paramount to its continued success, and a large part of that will be ensuring that the original cast returns for Season 4. The show couldn't continue without Livingston, but other actors such as Will Sasso as Ben Burns and Anya Savsik as Claire Wilkes will be vital to recapture the momentum of Loudermilk's entrance on streaming. 9. Loudermilk Season 4's story sounds totally fresh after 3 seasons. It will expand the story's world and justify the continuation. Sometimes, when a TV show comes back after cancellation or a prolonged hiatus, the reintroduction of the characters can feel forced. However, Loudermilk Season 4 won't have this problem. Series creator, Peter Farrelly understands that staying in Seattle forever and rehashing the same plotlines and dynamics wouldn't be compelling, and there needs to be a clear reason to revisit these characters. Additionally, a lot has changed in the world since the show's cancellation in 2020, opening the door for plenty of the cultural commentary that Loudermilk is known for. Season 4 will feature exciting new possibilities for Loudermilk himself, and see him potentially get his book published, grapple with fame, and deal with the aftermath of his newfound success, via Deadline. Today shows about the intersection between fame and the desire to have a normal life have never been more popular. This would allow Loudermilk to stay relevant and incorporate plots inside and outside Seattle. These new storylines could transform the show into something interesting to incoming viewers. 8. Loudermilk is finding a whole new audience. Audiences who discovered the show on streaming come from many demographics. Though it's difficult to know Loudermilk's exact numbers on Netflix, it ranked in the top 10 on TV shows for a long time, and this wouldn't be possible without audience members of all generations watching. When looking back at Loudermilk, some of the jokes can be a little dated, but it also deals with contemporary topics important to younger audiences. Capitalizing on a younger audience would be a good move for Loudermilk, as those viewers are more likely to stick with streaming and keep watching the show. That being said, Loudermilk shouldn't alienate its existing audience when entering the series' new era. Loudermilk should be the same curmudgeon he's always been, and there should be callbacks to the earlier seasons. Finding a balance between pleasing the original fans and introducing newcomers to the show won't be easy, but it's something that Loudermilk is capable of. If Season 4 is confirmed, it will encourage even more viewers to start watching to catch up before the premiere.